Welcome back, everyone, to Montgomery County's Engage at Home, brought to you by the county's Caregiver Support Program. Today, we have a special follow-up episode, and it is with Montgomery County's Recreation. Previously, we spoke to the director, Robin Riley, and she's joining us again. And we have a new guest, someone who has just stepped into a new position with the Department of Recreation, and we're going to be having a conversation with her. Robin, will you lead us on?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Well, thanks for having me back. I really enjoyed our first discussion, and I'm looking forward to the second one. I'm really proud and excited to introduce Miss Sara Swarr. She is our new manager for senior activities, programs, and facilities. While Sara is new, she's not new to the recreation department. Sara has a broad background in terms of lots of recreation and community-based programming. She most recently served in our youth development team as a recreation supervisor, where she led a lot of work in out-of-school time. But she has a broad background in lots of areas from Prince George's County and Maryland National Capital Park and planning. And I'm sure she'll, as we continue this dialogue, she'll tell you a lot about that. While the position is not new either, Phil Smakula, who is our manager for a legacy of a long time, has a lot of institutional knowledge, has retired, and he's enjoying time with his family now. And Sara has now stepped into that position. And we're really excited and proud to have her on board. We're looking forward to the journey that she's going to take us on. She's already started to turn the curve a little bit and get us going in a really exciting direction. And I look forward to introducing Sara to you. Sara, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, where you came from, and sort of where we're going next?
Sure. Hello, my name is Sara Swarr. I started my recreation career, like Robin mentioned, in Prince George's County for the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, where I spent a lot of my time programming for community events. I helped with our out-of-school time programs, our summer programs, as well as working in a community center programming pretty much all day for all different age groups to make sure that the community center was really meeting the needs of the town that it lived in. Since then, I've come over to Montgomery County Recreation, where I, like Robin had mentioned, that I worked on the youth development team doing a lot of work and a lot of programming in out of school time with the middle school and high school branch of that team. I'm really excited to step into this new role with seniors, even though it is new to me. This position is new. I'm not completely new to seniors, and I have a lot of extensive knowledge on how to program for a multitude of age groups, and I'm really looking forward to bringing my skill set to the seniors team and providing some new innovative program ideas, some new ways on how do we open back up our centers after COVID-19 to ensure that we stay safe and we're following all those guidelines, and I'm just looking forward to what the future holds.
Great. Sara, I know your office previously for youth development was actually in Holiday Park Senior Center, and you're still there now. So I think there was a good chemistry there in terms of learning about the activities that were in that building and pre-COVID, obviously. And I think you're going to be a great tool or resource for us to really think about that intergenerational approach to programming for both seniors and young people. I know you've done a lot of work in that area previously with our TeenWorks group in terms of Senior Planet and Tech Connect. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and how you see that maybe developing and growing as we get back to full operations?
Of course. I have a strong passion for trying to bring more intergenerational programs to the seniors team. Like Robin mentioned, I worked extensively with the Tech Connect and TeenWorks program, which was already offering tech support for seniors led by youth, and really looking at the different avenues of where our youth can help integrate with our seniors in a variety of programs, whether it's being a dance aide for a dance instructor, maybe helping at the front desk and answering phone calls, continuing being a champion for the Tech Connect program and providing those tech resources and tech support, especially during COVID. I think that all of us across the board are suffering from isolation, and having the ability to learn how to use Zoom or learn how to use FaceTime, and having that young person take the time to teach you how to do it so that you can stay connected with your friends and make your doctor's appointments is so important at this time.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree totally. Sara, I know our team has done remarkable work since March 13th, when everything sort of changed for us in terms of what the landscape was. And our senior population and the demographics here in Montgomery County clearly are diverse, but our senior population is probably our largest growing population. When March 13th came and went, I know our senior team did remarkable work in being very nimble and sort of making sure that our seniors were well taken care of in terms of those who were vulnerable around food and needed a lot of food insecurity and often came to centers to get their nutrition for the week. You want to tell us a little bit about what that looks like now and about the total number of meals and produce and things that we've done in terms of seniors that you've really championed and led the way on?
Yes, of course. Montgomery County Recreation, and specifically the seniors team, has really developed a very extensive, very robust senior meals program. We offer not only pickup locations at selected hubs at our centers in the parking lot, but we also have several different delivery routes, which we have approximately 30 staff on a Wednesday or a Monday going out doing home deliveries to making sure that these seniors get the nutrition that they need. Since March, when we started this program, we have acquired and distributed over 12,000 boxes from the Meals on Wheels partnership that we have through HHS. We would not be able to do it without our partners from JCA, who has definitely helped with a lot of the transportation barriers that we have, because there's only so many vehicles that we have within our rec department. And without them stepping up and providing us drivers and buses that can hold a lot more meal boxes, we're able to really get out into the community and get a lot more seniors served each week. When you break that down, in each box having 7 frozen meals a week that we go out, that's approximately 137,000 meals that we have given out since March to, like Robin said, the most vulnerable population, and especially those seniors who may or may not be able to get food any other way if it wasn't for this program. Halfway through that program, we were able to take advantage of a grant opportunity through the USDA and MCPS, where they provided us fresh produce to add on to our frozen meal boxes. That partnership has been tremendously impactful amongst our seniors as they look forward to that fresh produce each week when we're able to acquire it from that grant. Since that grant, we have given out almost 200,000 pounds of fresh produce across the board, not only to our seniors, but also helping some of our other partners that we work with throughout the year, like Street Outreach Network, like Identity, like some of the local churches who are also desperately in need of feeding their community. We were able to spare a few of our boxes to help them. For all the partners that we're helping thus far, we have provided them a total of 34,850 pounds of produce that we were able to siphon off of our allotment to not only help our community, but their community as well.
Yeah, that's remarkable, Sara. I mean, I know that relationship with MCPS and Marla Kaplan sort of evolved from your previous job in terms of youth development, in terms of summer meals and after school snacks and that kind of piece. So it's just interesting to me how those kinds of relationships have paid dividends in building and making connections to seniors, where otherwise that might not have happened. So thank you for your work. Thank you for your team's work on that. It's really remarkable information and great work. Also, I know that we've sort of shifted not only for seniors, but for recreation as a whole into this virtual recreation programming opportunity, as well as outdoor programs. You want to tell us what's on the landscape for fall and maybe winter, and hopefully maybe not spring, but we'll have to see what that looks like for seniors in our community?
Of course. So the team has been working really hard to try to program things that they know our seniors will want to participate in and that they really need to meet those basic needs that they're not getting now that they're stuck at home. Currently, right now, we're offering a few outdoor classes like line dance and Tai Chi. And just having and seeing those seniors come out and be face to face with another senior in a class and participate in an activity has been so impactful. It's something that they look for every day that the class offers, and they can't wait for the next one. They're constantly asking us if we're going to offer it again up until the weather changes. And we really hope we can take advantage of a late winter so that we can get as much outdoor programs as possible so that we can be as safe as possible during this pandemic, so that we're properly social distancing while wearing face masks and hand sanitizing and the whole 9 yards. On top of that, we're also launching a lot of virtual programs, and we're trying to get our seniors used to the virtual programs that we're offering now for when the winter time comes. So looking at those opportunities that could potentially be Zoom based, but also might be something that is in person now, and allowing them the opportunity to participate in those programs, whether it's from their home, from their living room, or in person. We have an extensive amount of Zoom offerings that we're looking to launch late fall, and we're looking to actually publish a nice publication that we can give out of all the senior programs across the board that Recreation is offering for the 55 plus community. We've talked to a bunch of different partners, and we're going to launch a few speaker series on scams, frauds, and cons for those 55 and plus. We're looking at a lot of wellness check, morning phone calls, checking in to see how you're doing, and just having those one-on-one conversations or small group conversations, just to letting them know that their center director cares. We're trying to offer some arts and craft opportunities where they could potentially, through the senior meal program, get a little kit delivered along with their frozen meal box, and then on Zoom they'll put the kit together. And then that way they can also get that in-person touch where they're getting their supplies, but then they're also to participate at home and do type of show and tell. I'm really excited about a new program that we're trying to launch through late fall, early winter, which would be a senior fashion show. A lot of our participants have mentioned to us during the senior meals that they don't have any reason to dress up nicely like they used to have. And if we can program something for them where they have that opportunity to put on those fancy shoes or that nice hat while still being safe in their living room at home, and do a fashion show virtually, we're definitely looking forward to giving something like that a try.
That's awesome. That's a great idea. I love it. I'm not participating, but I love it. Sara, just really quick, and then I'll toss it back. Sort of as we start to think and hopefully plan for opening back up and getting our seniors back in our facilities, in all facilities, as well as our rec centers, are there things that you think that sort of are on the wish list for you in terms of changing the direction and adding new things to our portfolio of classes for seniors?
Yeah, I definitely think this is the opportunity to try new things. The pandemic is new. Being isolated for this long is so new to everyone, and being able to provide new opportunities at a very affordable rate, I think would be tremendous to even see if they could find something that they didn't know that they even liked. Looking at a lot of different cultural programs is something that I'm really interested in trying to launch as we enter into the winter and maybe the spring, because our community is so diverse. And if we can get the community pockets to kind of better understand each other by offering programs that kind of explain their culture and their reasons why they need to come to the center, their reasons why they believe what they believe, and not necessarily coming up with an agreement, but just an understanding, can help make for a better environment when you enter into a senior center.
Awesome. Great. I really appreciate it. I look forward to where you take us. It's an exciting time, and you know that you have our full support of everybody on the team, and we're really proud and excited to where we're going to go. So I'll throw it back to you at this point. If you have other questions for either one of Sara or I.
Thank you. And I really appreciate having this dialogue, because this is an exciting time. And before the interview, I was talking with Sara, and I really appreciated that she acknowledges that she brings that understanding from being in recreation and programming for so long, that some of the needs and concerns that are similar to younger folk, e.g. transportation, and that are going to be similar and have been similar for older adults. So that's awesome that you bring that, Sara.
Thank you.
So one of the things that I'd like to just ask you is that you talked about this idea of the intergenerational piece, and then you just mentioned being able to bring together people of culturally diverse backgrounds. I could imagine there could be some crossovers between youth and older adults around cultural diversity. Have you had any initial thoughts about that?
Yeah, we actually did. At Holiday Park Senior Center, we have a dynamic duo that operates the building when it was open. And they're a dynamic duo for the senior meals team too, as Holiday Park is one of our largest hubs. They were actually talking to me last week about doing a culturally diverse program and starting with the Indian population around the Wheaton, Aspen Hill area, where we can potentially link some of the Indian youth that are also living in the county that would help partner with the seniors and do like a big brother, big sister type learning experience, but through the culture, because the culture will be what they have in common. And then they can share on experiences and what it's like living in America, what it's like living in Montgomery County, what it was like when that senior citizen was living in Montgomery County when they were that age or wherever they were living at that age, and providing that dialogue. I think across the county, the youth population definitely does not want to seem like they're disrespectful, but a lot of times they just don't understand. And if we can offer these opportunities where they could pair up and start to formulate those bonds and those better understandings of what it was like back then versus what it's like now on both sides, we can definitely cultivate a really great relationship and a really great culture and community.
Thank you. Well put. And Robin, you talked about some of these opportunities for entering into the virtual realm in a way that maybe we're learning how to use it now, and we're going to be keeping on using it. I looked at the recreation website, and I am blown away as always. And for this month's blog, I'm going to feature a story about the recreation virtual programming, particularly for older adults. Do you want to just give people another little teaser so they're even more inspired to go and check it out?
Yeah, absolutely. If you check out our webpage at mocorec.com, we have a wide variety of activities. We've done a really great job of standing up something called the Virtual Rec Room that has tabs on it for every single age and demographic group. Sara is going to be beefing up our 55 plus in the near future, adding a significant, robust number of programs in that category. And it's really exciting to see some of the things that we're thinking about and doing, as Sara talked about, and the rest of the team in our countywide programs is also really working hard to think, as Sara said, these are different times, these are challenging times, but I've always had the philosophy, it's not the way we've always done it. We should always be looking for something new and different. So I think you're going to see a lot of new and different things, both in the virtual world and then hopefully in the real world when we get back, which we hope is soon.
Yes, very much so. So we're coming near the end of our interview, and I just want to give both of you the opportunity to have some closing words. So Sara, as the new manager of senior programs, I invite you to just share with our audience some closing remarks.
Of course. I'm super excited and thrilled to be a part of the seniors team for Montgomery County Recreation. Even though I have not sat in this role for a long time, I'm learning new stuff every day. The team is definitely, they have the passion and the drive to want to provide for programs, and it's just figuring out what the right way is to bring these programs to fruition is kind of what we're working on now. I'm really excited about a lot of their offerings, as they've been asked to push themselves and think outside the box and do things like we've never done them before. And they're really trying to step up and try to think outside the box, partner with other teams, partner amongst themselves, look for other resources that we may have not looked at before, to really try to figure out what the best way is to engage the 55 plus community. So I'm really looking forward to what they have in store.
Excellent. Thank you and welcome aboard. And I look forward to collaborating with you as we continue in 2020 and into 2021.